Hi, my name is Stephanie Madison, and today I'm going to be talking about Japanese in the 5 real-life culture action items and all 7 of the cultural influences on communication. So 5 things that I thought were really interesting in Japan is that they bow to each other. As a sign of showing respect, Japanese bow mainly for 3 different reasons. One of the reasons is casual greetings among friends, a formal bow at 30 degrees to indicate respect to someone, and then a deep bow at 45 degrees, usually to indicate an apology, and usually seen at ceremonies. Another aspect that they have is cleanliness. I think their streets are really clean. They don't use shoes inside the house. They believe in maintaining cleanliness, and they see it as a way of life for physical and spiritual reasons. Another thing that they use is chopsticks. That was actually brought from China from the 5th century. They used to be called hashi. They also have an etiquette. And it's taught at a young age. And the etiquette for chopsticks are, if you're taking food off a shared plate, you should use the top end. You should lay them on a holder if you're waiting for food, similar to what we do with a fork. When finished eating, you should lay them horizontally across your plate, because if you lay them straight up, that's something that they do at funerals, so it's disrespectful. It's an insult to rub chopsticks together, indicating low quality. All right, another thing they do is gift giving. Gift giving is a common practice in Japan to secure relationships. There's several different types of gift giving. Sometimes they would give gifts when they go on a trip and they return home. And this type is called omiyage. It's usually a type of edible, like some kind of food or chocolate. And then the next one is a gift you give when visiting family or friends. It's a symbolism for thankfulness. It's called temiyage. The next one, meaning to return something. This gift is given to someone after they have given you a gift. And this can go on and on until somebody decides they don't want to keep doing it. Usually it's common practice to, if I bought a gift for you and it was $100, you would buy a gift for me that was $50. So, Japanese religion. Japanese culture practice Shinto, and later on they incorporated the practice of Buddhism. Shinto is a belief in kami, which is supernatural entities, which are all in all things, including water, trees, mountains. The kami are worshipped at shrines, usually with rituals and offerings. Buddhism is not centered around worshiping gods, but more about personal enlightenment. Buddhists believe in reincarnation and karma, promoting mindfulness and ethical way of living. It is a common practice for them to believe in both, to practice both. So that's different. Okay, now moving on to these 7 cultural influences on communication. So Japan is considered a high context culture. They rely heavily on nonverbal cues, shared understanding, and context rather than direct words. So where Americans can be kind of assertive, we say what we want, sometimes we can be very direct, and that's kind of what we're taught. The Japanese really use context clues, more like passive aggressive. They hint around to what they want. They don't believe in being assertive. It's seen as kind of pushy and disrespectful. They are a collectivist culture. They emphasize on group identity, interpersonal harmony, and the well-beings of in-groups. Collectivist culture also value the importance of belonging to groups that look after members in exchange for loyalty. They believe in being in groups, Kind of like I said before, they care a lot about what people think about them. So it is all about saving face, all about being in these groups and conforming to others. Whereas other cultures believe in independence and being your own unique self, the collectivist group tend to all want to be like each other. Another one they have is high uncertainty avoidance. Uncertainty avoidance is how cultures tolerate and accept unpredictability. And so Japan has high uncertainty avoidance, meaning they don't like to take high risks. They have rigid rules to maintain control over outcomes. They have really strict guidelines of like how they live their life, how they present their life, and the rules that they go by. They're a high power distance culture. Power distance is the degree which people in a culture view the unequal distribution of power as acceptable. So Japan's cultural belief is to respect authority and often give special treatment and respect to people of higher power. They believe in the social hierarchy of things. If you are seen to have more power, then you get more respect, you get special treatment. So it would not be uncommon for a worker to listen and do exactly what an employer says without question. Whereas in America, we are taught to question what others do, even in a high power situation, to make sure that it goes along with our beliefs as well. The emotion display rules in Japan, kind of like I said before, Japan cares about what other people think. They believe in having a mask in public. They don't believe in showing intense emotions around others that could upset others. They believe in having self-control and politeness. So you won't see the Japanese culture having big displays of outbursts in public like you might see in the United States. Another one is masculine versus feminine culture. While Japan does possess some feminine traits, they are mainly a masculine culture. They believe in hard work, striving for success, and in hierarchy status. So they masculinity is values that include the accumulation of material wealth as an indicator of success, assertiveness, and personal achievement, while femininity values emphasize compassion and cooperation on caring for the weak and underprivileged and boosting the quality of life for all people. So the last thing I want to talk about is their value of time. So there are two different values of time. These are always a tongue twister for me. Monochronic time orientation, a view of time as a precious resource that can be saved, spent, wasted, lost, or made up, and that can even run out. And then polychronic time orientation is a flexible view of time in which harmonious interaction with others is more important than being on time or sticking to a schedule. While they do believe in hard work, Japan, I believe because of their religion, is a polychronic time orientation. They believe in relationships with each other and enjoying their life. And I think that goes back to the Buddhism and the Shintoism. So this is my my presentation on Japan, and I hope you liked it. So thank you.